for System Shock Audio Productions. My name is Jamie Shock. I am the owner and operator of System Shock Audio Productions. Thank you for joining us. So our last two videos we did an introduction and opening of the Line 6 XD-V75 wireless microphone system, and apologies once again for the second video's length. I will work on this. I do tend to go off in tangents, and especially when there's nobody there to rein me in. But wifey suggested to make some notes to keep me on track. And so we will get better at this, I promise. But thanks once again for all your comments. We do truly appreciate it. We appreciate any advice or criticisms you may have. We want to put out quality product. Everything I do, I want to do the best that I can do in it, and that's just the way my father raised me. So if you're new to the channel, we will be taking along our journey. I just started up my live audio production company where we do live engineering, sound system consultation, design, installation, setup, and training for volunteer staff. I have 15 plus years experience doing that, actually 20, I believe it was, yeah. Many years of doing this, and we're always learning, always seeking to improve. So we'll be taking you on our journey, hopefully to the success of this company, but certainly we will be doing product demonstrations and reviews of every single bit of equipment that I have purchased. I've purchased quite a bit of equipment, again, out of my own pocket. We are not sponsored by anybody here. I will put links into some of the videos and on our website and blog for the products if you're interested in checking them out. They are affiliate links. We're not sponsored by anybody. You will find the most current and up-to-date prices on the various vendors, and then it's your choice to purchase it or not purchase it. You will not be charged any more or less for that matter, and we will get a small commission check if you do choose so to purchase the item from one of our affiliates, and we would thank you for that. So on to some of the specs for the Line 6 XD-V75 microphone. It is a wireless microphone system. As stated, I did purchase two of them. You will find out that if you watched the entirety of the second video, God bless you, they are refurbished. I'm not afraid of purchasing refurbished items, especially from a company like Sweetwater that stands behind their product, and they would take care of it certainly. But as we opened the very nice Line 6 microphone cases on both systems, we discovered a corroded battery in each of them. Thankfully, the microphone themselves were packaged very well. I don't believe either of them really show any signs of use, so they just may be customer returns that are packaged and sold as refurbs. Again, I don't know that, but my point in the second video is, for the love of God, please do not stow or store away your equipment with batteries in them. All right, batteries are cheap, even the name brand ones, you know, and cheap relative to the cost of replacing equipment. I do realize in the current economy and everything, nothing is really cheap anymore. Everybody's feeling the pinch. It's been a challenge for us. It's been a challenge for everybody. We will get through this. That being said, when you have batteries and technology, they are great for powering the technology when it's being used. Outside of that, stow it in one of those sealable plastic bags and put it someplace. All right. There, the batteries are free to corrode away from time, temperature, environment changes without doing any damage to your very expensive equipment. So do not let a cheap 50-cent, $2, $3, $4, $5 battery, it doesn't matter. Do not let that ruin a piece of your equipment because you chose to store the battery inside of the receiver, the transmitter or the microphone and didn't use it for a while, and batteries will corrode. It's a fact of life. There's no negative connotations towards line 6 or Sweetwater that the battery's corroded. It just happens. Thankfully, everything is packaged properly. There's no damage to anything. I just tossed the batteries away and cleaned the case. Okay, and so once again, first impressions, I did feel as if the microphone is built of quality. I like the heft of it. It's not heavy, don't get me wrong, but it feels solid. The material is very comfortable. It feels very premium. It's not overly thick in the hand, so people with smaller hands probably will appreciate that more so. My one criticism for this mic, and it's not necessarily the mic's fault, but more or less my fat finger's fault. It's very hard to manipulate these for me. And to change the modes of the DSP, you do have to manipulate these buttons, hold them long, like 2 seconds, yada yada yada. So to like try and get my thumb in there, no bueno. Index fingers, maybe. What I'll probably do is just carry around like a chopstick or something from home, honestly, so that I can manipulate these easier. Once I have them set for the vocalist, whoever is singing or speaking, we're not going to be touching that again. They're just going to be turning it on and off themselves at the stage, kind of standard form there. And the receiver itself, again, very solid. It feels built very well. Not cheap metal, not cheap plastics in anything that they have. The knobs have a very positive feel to them. They're tactile. You can hear them. Yeah, I really feel like the system is put together and engineered very well. But like I said, all that being stated, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't sound good. We are going over the specs on the Line 6 microphone system. It is a full range microphone. It has a frequency response from 10 hertz to 20 kilohertz, so it covers the full spectrum of human hearing. All right, it has a negative 2.5 dB up to 120 decibel dynamic range, so full range, 24-bit digital conversion as well. It is a 2.4 gigahertz band operation, so it is similar to most of the house phones, I believe, that are out there today. They run in that spectrum. All right, so you're not going to be getting interference from radio stations, TV stations, cell phone towers, things like that. You may have an issue. I have not had it here. If you have some like wireless telephones that are running on the same spectrum itself, so just a heads up there to be considered. That being stated, it is license free worldwide, and that is something to take into considerations with some of the other wireless microphones that operate on different bandwidths. You have to, in some cases, depending on where you are, and please check your local laws for that, you may have to get a license to operate that in the area, and you may need to have certain frequencies within that as well. Again, check your local laws and statutes for that information there. All right, there are 14 channels on the microphone and receiver, 14 separate and always available channels, so that means you can run 14 of the microphones and or devices, up to 14 of them on the system. You would obviously need to have a receiver separate for each one of those, but you could certainly, yeah, I don't know any groups that would necessarily pull that many of the wireless units together, but if you had say a larger band and you had 6 or 8 microphones, you definitely have the channels to be accommodated with. All right, they have wireless receiver packs as well, equalization that can be set in these. Again, they model 10 different microphones within this one digital handheld, which is what really interests me the most, because any given person, in my experience, is going to sound different on any given microphone that they touch. And so you want to try out many microphones. You want to find the microphone that's going to suit your voice the best, that brings out those qualities that you like in your voice the best. All right. Has up to a 300-foot range. We didn't test that. I have no reason to believe that it's any less than that. There is signal encryption. All right, a dynamic filter to control some of the environmental noise, which is nice as well. Take 78. Oh, seriously though. All right, so again, what interested me most about this mic was the 10 different models of microphones that it mimics through its own DSP equalization. Disclaimer. All right. All the names, trademarks, images, and products belong to their respective companies. All right. Line 6 does not own any other product names, trademarks, or anything outside of Line 6. All right. All this information is for educational and personal use tips solely. All right, the images, trademarks, names of all the products do belong to their respective companies. All right, with that being said, the 10 different models of microphones that the Line 6 XD-V75 microphone system handle, or mimic rather, are the Shure SM58, again, industry standard, pretty much everybody uses them. You see them, I'd probably say about 80% of the time I see them there. They also model the Shure Beta 58A, the Shure SM57, which is normally more of an instrument mic, but again, people do use them as handheld vocal microphones. There's no right or wrong application necessarily for any of these microphones. All right, you got to use your own ears and your own judgment. All right, the Sennheiser E835, the Sennheiser E935, the AKG D5, Audio-Technica AE4100, the Audix OM5, and the Electro Voice ND767A, as well as Line 6 own custom equalized microphone model themselves. All right. And so what we did was we had my wife India sing just a couple of lines from a very simple song. We tried to keep the microphone the same distance away from her. She's very good at just repeating herself and making herself sound the same. She did excellent. So post-production treatment on these files was kept to a minimum. I did not run them through my Motu 4x4 as previously stated. My new camera here, the Zoom Q8N 4K camera. Let me know what you think about it. Definitely still learning how to use this. Hopefully it looks better than my iPhone did. Yeah, and so I need to adjust some of the settings. But that being stated, this thing has 2 XLR inputs in it, and what I did was I just ran the receiver into the XLR input within the Zoom itself, adjusted it, and went from there. We put a limiter on, which is a nice feature within the camera itself. I'll do a review on this camera as well, just so that you can see that, and I like it so far. It's very light, actually. It doesn't feel particularly solid, but I think it's fairly intuitive. Amazed at just where technology has come these days. But anyway, let me not go on another tangent here. Apologies. So I took the receiver XLR straight into the Zoom, and we just ran tests. We ran through all 10 different models, and India again just sang the same couple of lines from the same song at the same distance, roughly the same volume, for each of these different models. After that, I put it through my computer into Reaper, and all I did was put a little bit of compression on it, because even with the limiter, India is a powerful singer, If you know her, have sung with her, you know what I mean. So yeah, fully expected to do that, but flat EQ. Alrighty here. So for this to really work, if you're not at home listening on a very good sound system, and I'm not talking about your TV speakers, certainly not talking about your cell phone speakers. Listen, cell phones are wonderful devices. Their speakers suck. TV speakers are horrible. Your sound bar probably isn't much better. So if you're not listening on a nice stereo system through an amplifier and full range speakers, what I would suggest for you to do is go get your headphones on. All right. So once again, grab your headphones, get a good set of headphones. I love music. I love Bose products. You'll see that I splurged on my speakers for the sound system with the 812s and the F1 subs. I just think they're quality, and they don't add too much of their own selves to the music. But I digress. Get yourself a good set of headphones on, and let's get ready to listen to the demo. Okay, so for the first demo, it is going to be on line 6's own native EQ modeling within the microphone itself. So let's give it a listen.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
All right, hopefully you heard that well enough. Drop any comments below. Again, pay attention to how the EQ changes throughout these demos. You'll see variations in it. All right, and so for the second demonstration, it is the industry standard, like I said, Shure SM58.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
All right, most of you have probably used an SM58 if you've sung almost anywhere. Let me know what you think about all these. All right, and so for the next demo, it's going to be the Shure Beta 58A.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
That was the Shure Beta 58A. All right, and for the next model, it's going to go to the Shure SM57. The SM57, excuse me, is typically used on instruments, miking instruments or miking instrument amps. I've used them a ton for, but people use them as vocal mics, or at least that's what I've been told. Honestly, I've never seen anybody use one as a vocal mic, but hey, they certainly can be. Sure, makes very good product, and let's give it a listen.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
Alrighty, and that was the Shure SM57 model once again. The next two models we're going to are Sennheiser. Let me know if I pronounced that correctly or butchered it. Sennheiser. So this first one is the Sennheiser E835 microphone. Let's take a listen.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. and my heart will sing, how great is our God.
Alrighty, so that was the Sennheiser E835, and the next model up is the E8935 from Sennheiser. So let's give this one a listen to.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
Okay, that was the E935 from Sennheiser. The next mic model up is an AKG-D5. This one I'm not personally familiar with. If you sing on an AKG-D5, let me know what you think about that. Anyway, let's take a listen.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
Alrighty. And so for the next mic model, we have the Audio Technica AE4100, the Audio Technica AE4100. Let's have a listen.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
Okay. And for the next mic model, we have the Audix OM5. The Audix OM5. Let's have a listen.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
That was the Audix OM5. And lastly, we have the Electro Voice ND767A microphone to listen to. Here we go.
You're the name above all names. You are worthy of our praise. And my heart will sing, how great is our God.
Alrighty. Hopefully you could hear that well enough, and hopefully the video quality is good enough on the screen capture so that you can see the variances on the EQ. Again, I kept all the EQ flat. There was a limiter on the Zoom camcorder when we captured the audio originally, and then I put a little bit of compression on it. Same compression. There's no changes in any of the volume outside of that on each of those. Let me know what you think. Could you hear the difference? I could hear the difference. Is it material enough? All right. Is it enough of a difference that it makes a difference? Enough of a difference that makes a difference? Really? Yeah, really. All right. Is the difference enough that is worth getting? That's a question to be answered for yourself. I think so. I don't know that it's true to life in the modeling. In the future, we will definitely do a shootout between, let's say, the Line 6 modeling and SM58 and an actual SM58. I have 58s, I have 57s, I have the E835s. I do not have an E935. So yeah, we'll give those a test. I've heard my wife on many of these microphones, and yeah, so future video, if you want to see that, let us know in the comments below. All right. Just doing a little bit of research on these. So like I said, I got them because I wanted value in it. I saw 10 different mic models. Okay, that could save me some money. Going through the retail prices on all of these, they range from typically about $100-ish to start. On like your E835s, your SM58s. Again, very good microphones, durable, and then they go up from there, from a little bit over 100 to a few hundred. So I will put links in the comments below for all of these microphones. If you want to check out the latest retail prices, you can click those links below and see. You can add them up yourself and just see how much you're saving by theoretically just buying one Line 6 that can model 10 different mics versus paying, again, starting at around $100 to a couple hundred. But the links will be below. Again, they're affiliate links. You'll get the most up-to-date pricing. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but if you do decide to make a purchase there, they will pay me a small commission. I do appreciate that. If you like this content, give that thumbs up a click. All right, please consider subscribing to the channel. We really do appreciate you, and leave any comments below. We do try and read them. We appreciate all the kind words, any criticisms you may have, certainly any advice you have. Would be superbly appreciative of it. We are just starting this out. This is a new thing for me. Still not very comfortable at it. Let me know what you think. All right. Thank you very much. God bless.